Episode 10, season finale, Killer's Block. For the love of God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of Harley Quinn, and I have so many things to say. Oh, it's your boy Icon with another DC TV animated review for you. And before we get started, because I gotta say this, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for my other reviews and other stuff, because I did New York Fashion Week and I'm like completely drained from that. So, but for more great content, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and keep it right here. So now, going over some Harley Quinn. So there were some things I was wrong about, and there are some things I believe I was right about, and there were some things that just flat out didn't make any sense. But the episode starts with Harley. She's at Joker's house beating up his wife and his kids because she obviously knows that the Joker shot Batgirl. So, and I don't understand why she just didn't go after Joker when he shot her on the roof right then and there. But I guess she had to take, Batgirl to the hospital or whatever. So she goes to his house, beats up his wife, whoops on her kids. She takes Joker, she ties him up. She's trying to figure out what to do with him. And she can't figure out if she should kill him or if she should take him to prison. She's trying to find like a middle ground somewhere in between. And then that's when the Joker told her, he was like, you've lost your nerve for the killing game. He's like, you have killer's block. That's the name of the episode. And then he was just like, look, he said, if you were really a killer, I'd be dead already. And if you were really a good guy, then I'd be in prison right now. And she's just like, I'm not in the Bat family anymore. So now she's struggling. She doesn't know what to do. She goes to see Batgirl. Batgirl basically told her to kick rocks. And for some reason, Batgirl had like Barber's in the hospital. Commissioner George, well, I don't know, he's not the commissioner anymore. Gordon's in the hospital. And it's like your daughter is in the hospital bed with the Batgirl mask on, and he doesn't even say anything about it. No one questions the fact that Barbara Gordon is Batgirl. And I was like, why is this not a thing? Like, why is this not becoming a thing? So then Harley gets a call from Ivy, because remember in the last episode, Ivy, she took down Lex Luthor, in the corporate way, and then she got the votes that she needed. But she did say that it didn't feel like a victory to her. And that's because when she was sitting with the rest of the CEOs, they were basically saying, they're just like, congratulations, you took down Lex, but now we all need to get together because we got to get dressed up for his birthday party. Naturally, Ivy was confused by this because she said, we just toasted to me taking him down. Why would I go to his birthday party? And then that's when Talia told her, she was just like, honey, she's like, that's the business game. She's like, you take your L's and then you move on. You don't make it personal. And then the thing is, like Ivy was taking it personal because she said that now that Lex was gone, we can start our own thing. We can start our own female Legion of Doom. And everybody laughed at her. They was like, bitch, you were serious about that shit? She was like, look, she said that the way that business is done never changes. She said that we all know how the game is played. Like, yeah, Lex took a loss, like you took a victory, but now that it's over, like we go to his party, we toast him because he's still Lex Luthor, he still got money, and we still need to keep our social status going. So now she's pissed off. And then Talia's just like, she's like, honey, she's like, if you can't put this pettiness behind you, she's like, then maybe you're not the CEO I thought you were. And then Talia leaves to go to the party. So then Ivy calls Harley, and then she's just like, I feel like I'm a failure. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And then, Harley was just like, oh, you're awesome, babe. And then the two of them were like, fuck it, we're going to Lex's party, because she's going to go to Lex's party and put her foot directly up his ass. So she goes to so they get to Lex's party. Harley brings Joker with her. She has Joker tied up, like she covered his eyes, like she has his hands tied up. No one else has a problem with the fact that she's carrying him around on a leash. And then while they're at the party, she meets up with the other CEOs, and they're just like, oh, darling, like, we're happy that you changed your mind, and then that you're here to kiss the ring, like as you will. And then she was just like, yeah, I'm here to kiss the ring. Harley ends up going and trying to find the bathroom, and while she's trying to find the bathroom, she bumps into Superman, who is behind a kryptonite wall. He's in a kryptonite prison, who had his power drained. And then we later find out, because when the birthday cake for Lex arrived, Lex busted out of the cake, and Lex has flying power now. He has super strength. He has all the power of Superman, but for some reason he was still wearing the Lexo suit. He even has like Superman's like memories, like his mental, intellectual thinking, and he also has his hair. So he sucked Superman completely dry of everything that makes him Superman. And this is the part where I was just like, hold up. Because I said before, the whole thing about blocking out the ozone could not be like, I feel like Lex did this by accident. Like it wasn't his purpose to weaken Superman. Because if the whole thing about blocking out the sun to weaken Superman, if that was the plan, I feel like Lex would have did that shit a long time ago. Because he's Lex freaking Luthor, for Christ's sake. Like he's like one of the most brilliant minds of all time. Come to find out, this actually was his plan. So I'm like, bro, have you never thought to block out the sun before to stop Superman? So apparently from the beginning, his plan from day one was to appoint Ivy as CEO of the company of the Legion of Doom, so he can can go to the moon and build the ray necessary to block the ozone and take away Superman's power so he can then take Superman's power for himself. Apparently this was the plan. And when he revealed that to the planet, he was like, yes, Ivy, you made the perfect puppet for my villagely evil plans. Everybody applauded Lex Luthor. And then that's when Ivy got mad and she tried to kill him. The two of them got into a fight. When Harley was talking to Superman, Superman told her, he was like, listen, Lex is too powerful because he stole my power. And then she ran back to go try to find, Ivy because she knew what was about to go down. So then Ivy getting her ass beat. Harley shows up to help her. They both get their ass beat. And then after they both get their ass beat and thrown in the closet, Talia, she left. She was like, if you cannot let go of these petty decisions, she was like, you are no longer my friend. And then she was like, I am leaving. And then Talia, she gets up and she leaves. Ivy's now in the closet with Harley. And then she's just like, I thought I was doing something. I thought I was making an impact. I thought I was changing the world. And then that's when Harley was just like, yeah, I thought I was doing stuff with the Bat family too. And then the two of them had a love fest. And then they were like, fuck it. Let's just fuck up the patriarchy altogether. And let's just take this sumbitch down, one laser at a time. So they steal one of Lex's transport things that he uses to get across the moon, because they said that they're going after the laser. When Lex sees them, because I guess he can't breathe in outer space, Lex gets into the machine, having Superman's power, I guess he can't breathe in outer space. He gets into his machine and he's going after them. So while they're so now Lex is chasing Harley and Ivy on the moon, and then Harley calls Batgirl, Barbara. Are we still calling her Batgirl? Because she got shot in the spine. She Oracle now. So she calls Oracle, she calls Barbara, Yark 9, you got your wish. We're going full-blown Oracle now, and I'm fine with that because the girl already got shot, so there's, we can't change anything. So I guess we're going to get, if there's a season 5, like we're going to get Oracle for season 5. So Yark 9, you got your wish, and hopefully it only lasts for season 5, and then we get Barbara back into the Batgirl suit because I love me some Batgirl. So now they ask Batgirl to hack into Lex's machine. She hacks into Lex's machine, and then Barbara takes down Lex Luthor. Steppenwolf shows up because apparently him and Ivy are still besties, and then when Steppenwolf shows up, he takes Lex, I guess, back to Apocalypse, and then Lex is gone. We don't see Lex again. So Ivy and Harley, they then go into the room where the laser is, and they're just like, fuck it. They turn the laser on and they start blasting shit in Gotham, blowing up buildings. They blew up like all their female CEOs buildings. They blew up their buildings. They blew up Wayne Tech that was run by Talia at the point. They blew up some other shit. And then now all of a sudden, here's the thing. And this is another thing, because in the very first episode, I thought Bruce Wayne was under mind control with the whole DJing thing because he looked like he was like a zombie. He looked like he was completely out of it. Apparently, he was legitimately just DJing because when Bruce was in prison, it showed him in prison with 2 turntables. I don't know what the hell he was doing. What was he practicing for? He's DJing in his prison cell. He looks out the window and sees Harley and Ivy blowing up Gotham with lasers. And now all of a sudden he's like, the Gotham needs the Batman. And now he made one phone call and he was like, tell the judge her daughter just got a scholarship, to Wayne University. And she's like, we'll have you out of prison by 5 o'clock, Mr. Wayne. So you could have done this entire time, and yet you chose to go to prison and DJ doing. I don't understand the point of this DJ storyline. This shit went absolutely nowhere. Batman's back apparently. It took one phone call, then he got his ass out of prison. Alfred shows up, and then Alfred's just like, finally with white collar wine, he's like, I'm finally able to share the same penitentiary as Master Bruce. And then Bruce comes out, he's like, yo, what up, Alfred? I'll see you later. And then he dips, and then he doesn't even acknowledge the fact that Alfred's going to jail. So like, that's a thing. So now Bruce Wayne is back in Gotham. We never saw him again after that. It's not like he suited up to be the Batman, but Batman's back in these streets, and I'm completely confused based on what's happening. And then after that, because of their overuse of the laser, because Superman even tried to tell them, they were just like, listen, if you don't chill with the laser, you're gonna destroy the moon. And that's exactly what happened. They accidentally blew up the moon, and then when they blew up the moon, everybody started running for cover. And then Harley went, she got Superman out of the prison, and then they brought Superman back to Earth. Now that we're back on Earth, Superman got his power back. I guess like this, they destroyed the machine, the ozone went back to normal, the sun rejuvenated Superman's power, and Superman was able to put the moon back together. Now Superman didn't need a suit to be able to breathe in outer space, but Lex, who had all the power, all the knowledge, all the stuff of Superman, he needed a suit to breathe in outer space. So I guess everything that Lex did not affect his lungs, and I was very confused by that, because in Superman lore, there's always been 2 different versions of Superman. They've always had a Superman or a Supergirl who can just fly to outer space like nothing happened with no breathing apparatus. And then we get versions of them when they actually need suits to breathe. Yeah, I need to pick one at this point because this shit is confusing. It's the same thing with Diana. Like, can Wonder Woman fly or can she not fly or can she just jump really high? We never really get those types of answers. So now that we're back on Gotham, everything's hunky-dory. Superman's back to normal. Everybody back to normal. And then Harley and Ivy, they're at the gravesite. And then they're just talking about what their next steps are. and then Barbara shows up. She's in the wheelchair now, so we got this Oracle thing happening. And then, you know, they were just like, oh, what are you doing here? And then she was just like, oh, you guys called me. And then they were like, oh, I thought you called me. And then Catwoman shows up, of all people, and she's just like, no, darling. She's like, I'm the one who called you. She said, I was out here grave robbing, and then I noticed that one grave was particularly empty. And then she shows them Nightwing's grave, and somebody stole Nightwing's body out of his grave, and I immediately knew what was happening after that, and I'm not mad about it, because Nightwing truly is the GOAT. That's my favorite superhero character of all time, and the fact that we bringing him back to life, I'm perfectly fine with that. The group decides, they were just like, hey, they can try. I don't know why Ivy even went along with this, but they were just like, hey, we can find out who Nightwing's, you know, grave robber was and find out who took his body. And then that's when they agreed to become the Gotham City, the four of them, like Batgirl, Catwoman, Oracle, Catwoman, Ivy, and Harley. They agreed to call themselves the Gotham City Sirens, and then and then their job is going to be to find out who stole Nightwing's body out of the grave. Batgirl had suggested they do the Birds of Prey, but they was like, none of us are birds, so that wouldn't make sense. I have no idea why they're going to become the Gotham City Sirens. Why would you do this just for the sole purpose of finding like Nightwing's grave robber? What is the other purpose of them becoming Gotham City Sirens? I'm legitimately confused. The motivation for why they did this was just like, like, I don't understand what's happening. And then we fast forward to the final scene where it shows Talia al Ghul, who I guess she's mad at Ivy, and I mean, maybe she did it as a favor to her son. I don't know the motivation for why she did it, but they basically, Talia was the one that stole Nightwing's body. They put Nightwing's body into the Lazarus pit. She was just like, oh, he might not be the same person when he comes out. The man got out of the pool and he was just like, yo, fuck you, Harley Quinn, I'm coming for you. And that's how the episode ended. That's how the season ended. I'm happy the GOAT is back, and thank you for tuning in. So now, yeah. So season 5, I guess, is going to be dedicated to the Gotham City Sirens trying to find out who stole Nightwing when Nightwing himself is looking for them to kill them. I don't know why. A lot of stuff was left on the table. Certain things didn't make sense, but we're not going to complain because it was still a good season. I enjoyed the season of Harley Quinn, and I swear to you, I'm looking forward to a season 5. So again, check me out on Twitter and or Instagram or X. You know, let me know your questions, comments, and or concerns. Always on YouTube. As always, hit the notification bell, like and or subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the season finale of Harley Quinn. Did you enjoy it? Were you able to follow the storyline? Like, did everything come together in a nice little bow for you? Were you expecting something else? Or is this one of those shows where you're just like, yo, logic goes out the window, fuck it, like Doom Patrol? And when's Doom Patrol coming back? We're waiting for that. So check out my other reviews because I got Archer on the channel. Go on my channel and check out all my videos for my coverage of New York Fashion Week. You know, kudos to everybody that liked the video so far and everybody on Instagram that ended up, you know, liking my channel. We ended up getting some new subscribers on YouTube out of it, so I definitely appreciate all the new subscribers, and I'm going to keep trying to roll out this content for you guys as best I can until I start getting paid, dog, and then we can maybe do this on a grander scale. But say la vie until then, let's just keep this train rolling. So that's it, guys. So for this season of Harley Quinn, until next season of Harley Quinn, take care. Please don't get killer's block. Until next time, I'm out this bitch.